Hey guys, and welcome back to Freelance Fridays. So today's video is going to be 15 different ideas for posting on social media. So I really wanted to give you guys a few ideas on what you could be posting on Instagram or what you could be posting on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere where you're marketing your business currently. I think it's really good to get some ideas every now and then of different things that you can post, because it's really hard sometimes to think of different and new things to post on social media. I know myself, even with Instagram, I find myself posting the same sort of content, which is just my work. And sometimes it's nice to think outside of the box and have different things on hand that you could be posting to make your feeds more interesting, to make your posting schedule that little bit more interesting overall too. So I'm gonna get straight into the video today, and we're gonna go through 15 different things that I think could be interesting for social media posts. So the first idea for something to post on social media is a throwback post. And I think that this is a great one because you can regularly post something like this. People tend to go for the Throwback Thursday trend still, and I think that that still works. If you are stuck for something to post maybe on a weekly basis, just post a throwback. That's one day of content done, and it's one thing in the week that's a little bit different to what you're already posting. So a throwback is a really great one to do. Number 2 is a personal shot. So you can have a personal shot of yourself in your day-to-day life, or something that you might be doing, something that you might be up to on the weekend, because I think as photographers and as creatives and as humans, we all like to see that people that we look up to are more human and are doing things that we're doing and that they're relatable. So I think it's always nice to post something behind the scenes of your life and something a bit more personal that you can put on social media for everyone to see. It doesn't have to be super personal, but I think something just like even a glimpse into your day-to-day life is nice to post every now and then. And it really allows people to get to know you as a person too, and it really shows your personality through in your feeds. Number 3 is a behind the scenes shot. So whenever you're doing a photo shoot or you might be on set one day, I think it's good to post behind the scenes. It's always a bit fun to see what's going on, and for a lot of beginners out there, for a lot of people who are not sure of how a set is even meant to look or what you do on set, I think behind the scenes is really quite helpful for people to see that sort of stuff going on. But even for beginners out there, I think it's good to get into a habit of posting behind the scenes content, because it shows that you're busy, it shows people that you're always working on something, and it's interesting for them to look at too. Number 4 is your equipment or flat lays of your equipment. So I think that this is a really nice one to add in every now and then, and it can be a creative shot or it can be something that's a little bit less creative. It doesn't really matter, but something to show maybe some of the equipment that you're using on the day, or maybe some equipment that you've just bought for your business. I think it's nice for people to be able to see what equipment you're using. And for those of you who consistently get asked what camera gear you use, it's a really good way to start posting regularly about your equipment and showing people on social media what you're using currently and what you might be upgrading to or what you might be purchasing in future. Number 5 is a really important one, and I think it's important because sometimes it's nice to see the more raw side of someone who's owning a business and running a business by themselves. It's not always sunflowers and daisies. It can be quite hard, and it can be quite hard going for a lot of people owning a business. So I think it's really important to show a little bit of your hardships or your struggles when it comes to running a business, or what you've found difficult to overcome, and share your experience with that, because I think not only does it make you more relatable, it's kind of nice to reflect on certain times in your career where you might have overcome a hurdle, and you can share with people on how you've done that. And I think it's just nice to be able to give that variety in your feed, and that's something that I think a lot of people should maybe strive to be doing, and talking a little bit more about their struggles with photography. On the flip side, the next thing you could do is by posting achievements. So I think there's nothing wrong with posting achievements. I don't like to look at it as gloating or anything like that, but if something happens and say you get published with a really big magazine, or you might get a really great client that you've wanted to work with for a long time, then post about it, because it's all your milestones of your business, and it's interesting for people to see that and exciting for them to see that too. So I think there's nothing wrong with posting achievements as well. The next idea is posting a before and after. Now, before and afters are actually really cool to look at, and I think regardless of whether you're into a lot of retouching or not, it's nice to see how different people color grade or edit their work. And every now and then I think it's just a cool little thing to post a before and after of a shot, and people will be really interested in how you got to that, and you can sort of talk to them or create that conversation in the comment section about it. Another idea to post on Instagram or on your social media is by doing a live video or a Q&A session. And I think these are really good to do maybe monthly or bi-monthly. And it's nice to actually just chat with people for a little while and to really communicate with your audience or communicate with people who are interested in your business. I think it's a really great way to do that. So doing live videos can be a little bit nerve-wracking at first, but I think the more you do them and the more Q&A sessions you do, you start to get a little bit more comfortable with doing them overall. The next idea for posting is, of course, test shoots and commercial work. I think it's really important to be able to post your photography work as a photographer on social media, and it's a very obvious one. So yeah, just posting different portfolio images that you have or your constant content that you're doing through test shoots. I think that's really important to be posting, obviously. The next thing you can post is just general educational content. I think this is great for a lot of beginner photographers to look at and to search through your feed and see educational content, and maybe you could do a write-up or you could do a blog post and link it in with your social media if you're that way inclined. But I think it's always great to post educational content because there's a lot of photographers that want to learn out there, and as I know with this YouTube channel, I think it's great to be able to give back in that sense and to share your experiences and educational content with people. The next idea is quick tips. Now, quick tips would be great for Instagram because, like I've said before, it is quite a fast platform. So even through stories or through Instagram posting, I think it's great to always offer quick tips. Now, this is a little bit different to educational content because for educational content, you could do literally a huge write-up about one topic, but for quick tips, it's just really quick, potentially editing tips or photography tips or something that you might think someone else will find interesting. The next idea is telling a story behind a photograph. Now, I always love these ones and I love reading other photographers' posts when they do this because it's really interesting to see the story behind the photographs. I think sometimes it can be a really hard day of shooting that you may not actually see through the photographs, and to see that people are maybe having struggles or maybe it was the best day ever and it was their best photo shoot ever, but it's still nice to know either way what was going on behind the shot. The next idea for posting is a daily routine. So I think this is really great for business owners. There's lots of different things that go on within a business, and it's nice to be able to share those experiences with other people, as it is with everything that I've spoken about today. It's nice to see that behind the scenes section of running a business, and for people to realize that it's not super easy and it's not so straightforward, and there are lots of different things to consider. The next thing to post is inspiration or people that you find to be inspiring. Now, I think it's always important to do this with permission first if it's on certain platforms or in certain ways, and always make sure that you credit people if you're ever going to post someone else's work, but definitely feature people's work. Definitely get inspired and post your inspirations on social media, because that's another great way and a great idea of posting when you're not really sure what else to post. What better thing to post than inspiration? I think that that's great, and you can inspire other people too by doing so. And then the last thing to post on social media is ask a question to people and pose a question to people. So maybe on a particular day, you're interested in what other people are using for their photography gear, or maybe you're interested in knowing what kind of photographers your audience are. I think it's great to start a conversation this way, and this is always going to help with the algorithm. If you're continuously commenting, you're replying to people's comments, and you're starting conversations like this on social media, it's just as important to know what you're going to be doing caption-wise as it is visually sometimes. Okay guys, well I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you found these 15 ideas exciting or hopefully helpful. Let me know if you did down in the comment section below, and let me know if you like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure you do click the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure you see all the videos that I have coming up in future, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!